Bienvenidos al Dakar 2017, desde Jujuy, Argentina, hasta Tupiza, Bolivia, cuarta etapa. ¡Que viva el Dakar!
Welcome to Dakar 2017. On the first stage in Bolivia, things are going to get tough in the high dunes. It's set to be a bad day for the favourites and the amateurs alike. The Dakar will hit a cruising altitude of over 3,500 metres as the rally moves north from Argentina into Bolivia. The high plains beckon for the 2017 Dakar. The rally has gone off-road, and for the first time the competitors have to deal with fesh, the fine powdery sand that makes it hard to see, hard to move, hard to even breathe. Welcome to hell. That's the Dakar. We've got stuck in the sand 5 times. There's a lot of fesh, and with the high altitude, it's hard to breathe. We had a big shock and damaged the battery, and now we've got connection problems. I don't have any current up here. I don't have any contact. There is no contact. It's not easy getting stuck out here in the wilderness, although the local population are happy to help out where they can, lending a bike here to a stranded driver. Well, someone said there was a village 20 kilometers away. I'm going to try to find it. Previously in the bikes, there was chaos, there was confusion, and there was Bereda. The Honda man brilliantly navigating a tough stage 3 to take the overall lead. I'll do my best to avoid making mistakes and make the most of opportunities that come my way. But a day to forget for the defending champion, Toby Price.
Just got to put that day behind us, can't dwell on it now.
Second place Sam Sunderland, determined to stay focused.
When mistakes happen, one can sometimes lead to another one, and trying to keep a cool head is not easy.
Pierre-Alexandre René, the day's surprise package in 3rd, moving from 19th to 8th overall. A day like today does you the world of good. The competitors will rise to 4,000 metres by the time they attack the day's 416-kilometre special, running all the way to the bivouac in Tupiza, just over the Bolivian border. The sunrise was still several hours off as the riders left the bivouac in Jujuy, with over 100 kilometres to cover before the start of the day's special. On the menu, sand and lots of it. The riders will have to navigate their way through the fesh and the dunes of the Cuesta de Lipan, all the while dealing with the increase in altitude. It promises to be another grueling day on the Dakar. Well, having lost time yesterday, defending champion Toby Price was looking to bounce back, but disaster was just around the corner. With most of the day's special completed and heading for victory, the KTM leader crashed and broke his leg. The Australian star later airlifted to a uni before being flown to hospital in La Paz. No more Price then, and that means there is guaranteed to be a new winner in the bikes this year. Elsewhere, Pierre-Alexandre René was hoping for another good day after coming third on stage 3. Frenchman eventually coming home in 8th place. He thus improves on last year when he crashed out as a rookie on stage 4. Into the dunes then, and Stefan Svitko also looking to improve his bid for the overall title. The Slovakian certainly keeping out of trouble this year. He was around 8.5 minutes off the pace today, but he still did enough to move up to 4th in the overall standings. Paulo Gonçalves running very consistently on the 2017 Dakar so far. He didn't have the easiest day and lost time when he stopped to help out Price when he got injured. Really tough stage for me today. At the beginning I lost a lot of time looking for a waypoint, and then in the last part of the special Toby was in front of me and crashed, so I stopped of course to help him out. I'm sure I'll get that time given back to me by the organisers. Frenchman Adrien van Beveren looking to boost his challenge as well. He came in at 10th on the stage, but he was outdone by one of his fellow compatriots, Michael Metsch of Honda, who was retired from the last 2 Dakars, but put in a strong shift here to finish in 3rd place. Joan Barreda snatched the overall lead after a magnificent win on stage 3 yesterday, though he was later handed a short penalty. 2nd here, allowing him to improve his advantage further. I'm really happy with today's stage. It was magnificent, especially the first part with fantastic landscapes, tough dunes and tricky navigation. I managed to stay focused all the way to the finish line, and in the end I got a very positive result. I'm very happy. Well, Barreda didn't do quite enough to take a 2nd consecutive stage win, surprised late on by a charge from Matthias Vorkner, the Austrian providing a silver lining on a black day for KTM.
I feel actually at the beginning not so good, because also with the navigation still was tricky because many riders get lost and was lines everywhere. But then after kilometer 100 I feel pretty good on the bike, but I was thinking that it's enough for the victory.
Vorkner may have finished in top spot, but Barreda was arguably the day's big winner, with Metsch, Xavier de Sultre and Svitko completing the top 5. And just look at that gap, 18 minutes 19 seconds from Barreda to Pablo Quintanilla. Gonçalves though could well be restored to the top 5 later today or tomorrow. There was some absolutely breathtaking scenery as the quads made their way between Argentina and Bolivia, and it would turn out to be a day to remember for Walter Nasiglia. The Bolivian turned 55 yesterday, and he decided to give himself a late birthday present, taking an impressive victory on the first stage in his native country. Meanwhile, Sergei Kaniakin came 2nd to move into the overall lead, with Argentina's Daniel Domazevski in 3rd. 2014 winner Ignacio Casale was over 30 minutes off the pace, but he remains within 30 seconds of Kaniakin in the overall standings. Finishing stage 3 of the Dakar was a massive performance for Simon Markic. Unlucky on his last 2 appearances on the rally, the Croatian was exhausted but very relieved.
I'm very happy that I finished the 3rd stage, because I made 2 Dakars before that, and I crashed injured myself on a third stage.
A sad day for Fortunato Maldonado. On the eve of reaching his home country of Bolivia, the 71-year-old was hit by serious heating issues on his Toyota. Well, yes, I really want to reach Bolivia, and that's why we're going to try to repair our radiator problem. Since the 29th of December, 13 different fan zones called Feria Dakar have been set up to welcome thousands of fans. It was the case again yesterday evening on the bivouac in Jujuy as the rally stopped overnight. A great opportunity for locals to come and discover the Dakar spirit and also the specialities of the various Argentine provinces.
The route for Dakar 2017 takes in some beautiful sights. Top of the list for any tourist must be Purmamarca, the desert city. My name is Fabrizio and I'm a guide of the Jujuy province, and we are here in the village of Purmamarca. This place was recognized for its natural and cultural significance as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003. My ancestors came from these high mountains, and they were farmers. The village of Purmamarca is also known as the Village of the Lion, known around the world thanks to its mountains and the Mountain of Seven Colors.
Algo que nos identifica en todo el mundo por sus montañas, el Cerro de los Siete Colores.
Long before the Spanish arrived were the Incas. Part of our heritage comes from them. They left us the language of the Quechua culture.
La lengua del hombre de la cultura quechua.
Previously cars. As most crews struggled with navigation and the fine sand, Stage 3 saw the lead change 5 times. Alatia dropped out of the lead with a crash that cost him a wheel and a lot of time. And with problems too for De Villa, Toyota's hopes rest firmly on Nani Roma. It's sad for the people, sad for the mechanics, sad for everyone, but we will do our best tomorrow. Despite a puncture and a couple of off-piste excursions, Sebastian Loeb retains the overall lead. It was quite complicated to navigate, we got a bit lost. But the stage was won by Stefan Peterhansel, who kept his head while all around were losing theirs. We had a good feeling for driving, navigating and with the car. So yesterday there were huge problems for Nasser Alatia. He made it to the end of the stage having ripped off a wheel and dropped over 2 hours.
We hit a big rock with a big hole, and we take the wheel completely off, and after, we come 80 kilometers to here without wheel. We are here now and we'll see what we can do with the car.
Are you okay?
Sportingly, it's the worst day of my career. It's a massive frustration because for the last 2 days and this morning we showed we were in the fight, and now it's game over.
Ce matin encore, et puis là, game over, comme on dit.
Well, tough words from the team manager, but when the heavily damaged Toyota eventually arrived back at the bivouac, it quickly became clear the repairs were not possible.
We are here now.
Keeping good spirits, but Dakar 2017 is over for two-time winner Alatia.
We know it's a game over.
And so to this morning, as the remaining crews begin their ascent up to the high altitude of Stage 4. Yesterday was a hard day. I think today, with the high altitude dunes and the likely bad weather in Bolivia, It's going to be another tough day for the tough guys. And his prophecy was correct. Having been so dominant yesterday, the Peugeots struggled in the early stages. Stefan Petterhansel particularly having a tough time. He stopped in the early part of the stage, getting lost, but then he put his foot down for the rest of the stage and made up some time. At one point, this Chilean 53-year-old was third quickest on the stage. His 7th best Dakar. Another good day for Jakub Przygodzki. 6 years of Dakars on bikes, this is his 2nd on 4 wheels. Impressive to finish the stage. 7th fastest, saying goodbye to his old kind of vehicle there. So these big salt flats, one of the many spectacular sights flying by the windscreens of these cars. Now, Yazid Al-Raji was doing extremely well. He was lying 6th overall coming into stage 4, but unfortunately his rally is over in the Dunas de Capricornio. Well, a real struggle for Sebastian Loeb as well. While everything was looking very good for the Peugeot team going into this stage, he struggled with the dunes, he was forced to stop at one point and lost 25 minutes in total. Such a wide expanse, very hard to navigate. This is where the co-driver becomes all the more important. Brilliant, precise instructions there from Michel Perrin, the very experienced Frenchman, alongside Mikko Hirvonen, who was 2nd quickest on the stage.
I mean, Michel did a fantastic job in the beginning of the stage in the first 70 Ks, and we catched Carlos and Peter Hansel.
Well, Toyota's last contender standing, Nani Roma, with the pressure of the team on him, he finishes the stage 3rd quickest. And he's 13 minutes behind the leader. Well, the day started badly for Sainz because he was slow in the first section, but it ended even worse as he progressed later on the stage. Massive crash. That is a terminal Peugeot at the side of the road. Let's hear what happened. There we went wide on one corner and rolled the car. I couldn't do anything about it. The rally is over for us. So, an incredible turn of fortunes for the Peugeot team. Cyril Dupre started the day 7th overall, more than 15 minutes down. Now he's turned his fortunes around 360 degrees and wins the stage. I guess some of the experience of a 5 times Dakar winner on bikes is clearly shining through here. It was a long and hard stage with many traps, with tracks that are not easy to read. A real Dakar stage. So a superb drive by Cyril Dupre, Mirko Hirvonen in 2nd, Nani Roma in 3rd, Petterhansel doing some damage limitation, making it back up to 4th on the stage. And that changes things on the overall standings. Dupre now takes the rally lead from teammate Petterhansel, Hirvonen and Roma, the 2 non-Peugeots in the top 5. After a serious accident left him a quadruple amputee, Philippe Croizon was not just going to sit in a wheelchair. His life would be one of inspirational exploits.
It's not just to say that we did it, it's to show that nothing is impossible. We can all succeed in life, whatever happens.
After swimming the English Channel and to all 5 continents, his next challenge would be on 4 wheels.
One morning, my partner Susanna said to me, "You should go and have another adventure. I had an old dream of doing the Dakar, and today the technology exists for me to do it." So I said, "Okay, let's do the Dakar." And 17 months later, here we are. We invented a hydraulic joystick. I put my arm in the slot and accelerate by moving forward, and I can also brake and turn. And with this arm, I can move up and down through the gears. So this is how I drive. It's a video game.
C'est un jeu vidéo.
The Dakar is an extremely tough race, even for the professionals. But for an amateur, and a disabled amateur, it's almost inhumane. But I believe that when you have a strong will, you can achieve many, many things.
His first few days on the Dakar, however, went beyond what he was probably expecting. Thankfully, his co-driver, Cedric, helped out.
He gave everything today. We drove almost 200 kilometres, pulled by the other car. He's behind you. What we did today was just mad. We had so many frights in the Fesh, we couldn't see anything. But when you want to do the Dakar, you have to do it. Tomorrow is another day.
So the Bolivian Andes are big. It's the world's highest plateau outside of Tibet, and on a similar scale are the trucks. The Kamaz truck of Ayrat Mardiev, last year's runner-up, 2015 winner, has not impressed so far in 2017, but here he is, gunning for a stage win today. The top three looks very different from yesterday. Can he pull in a stage win for the Kamaz team? Not if this man can help it. Keeping him honest after a terrible day yesterday is Gerard Duroy in his Iveco truck, chasing down the Russian, bouncing his truck through the dunes and over this difficult navigation section. Completely blind and having to navigate not just the dunes but stranded vehicles everywhere is Pascal Debar in his Renault. On the stage he's in a battle with Peter Versluis, but there he practically does a skateboard style grind across the top of that dune, which will take him a while to get out of. This is Martin Kolomy, the Czech driver, in his Tatra truck, again having to tiptoe his way around some smaller competitors, but not getting stuck. But one of those trucks is definitely going the wrong way. Hopefully not him. Eduard Nikolaev just about managing to creep over the pinnacle of that very, very steep dune, then picking up speed. The overall leader losing time today.
My legs keep spasming because of the spinal cord injury. Feel these guys, yeah? And give me some good water, yeah? Just to keep me going. Cheers. Here we are at the top of the pass. You can see the altitude here on the sign. Just short of 5,000 meters. It's hailstones and snow. This is Dakar. Woo!
difficult.
That's it for today. Tomorrow we continue to head north, up on the Bolivian high plains, where the cold, hard mountains and dunes await the competitors as they compete for the silverware. Leaving behind Tupiza, a city on the southwest corner of Bolivia built on its silver mines, and where the infamous bandits of the Old West, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, met their bloody end. The old city is kept alive by the Tupiza River, as it is otherwise surrounded by the barren terrain and the incredible jagged red rocks that dwarf the city, despite the fact it is already at nearly 3,000 meters above sea level. So it's adios from Tupiza. We'll see you tomorrow as Dakar 2017 continues.